Mycity.com is my company. I've owned it since 2001 or 2002. And I just love giving referrals. I even have a referral software that I developed some years ago. They say that 60% of most people's new business comes from referrals. So go look that up on Google. And type in where do most people get their new business? And then you can also put in there, does it come from referrals? Google will sit back saying yes. So we are human beings. What are you drinking there, Joey?
Guinness. I'm guessing Guinness.
Might be right. And you know what? We'll be right over, Joey.
He's pretending like he can't hear you.
Yeah. All right. So we have 13 participants so far in the meeting today. We've been standardly, last week, I think we had 28.
Look, it looks like we got 19, Bob, right now.
Oh, it just jumped up. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Hello there.
I'm just looking at the screen.
Well, you have a different screen than I did. Jumped.
I gotcha. Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So my friend Linda is here today, and I just want to tell you, you guys need to get to know Linda. Just saying.
Linda.
Me.
The only Linda on the screen.
Oh.
Is that a real bookshelf behind you? Oh my God. And they're books you've read?
No, those are manuscripts.
Oh yeah, there they go. You're right. All right, so it's 5 minutes after the hour. Let's go around the room and have everybody introduce themselves. So, you know, normally I don't run the meetings, but it's great to have everybody here. So, Roy, why don't you start out by introducing yourself?
Okay, Roy Dickin. I have a digital marketing company, but basically what I'm concentrating on these days is getting people inexpensive, high quality leads to grow your business. We've been experimenting with AI for almost a year and a half now, and we've been able to come up with some things that nobody else has been able to do so far. And right now we're the only ones that can. It's just a great way of getting leads if leads are valuable for you for growing your business. You could do that in addition to all the referrals that you get.
There you go.
Just adds to the kind of people that you can meet.
You know what I love that I say you can't do one thing anymore. You have to do everything.
Oh, yeah.
And that,
this is a good second thing for sure.
Good. And you've been a regular. How long have you been attending?
I don't really know. Betty would know better. She's the one that told me about you, Bob. And then it was great to meet you. And I've been here ever since. Great group. Very few groups this good out there. This is just unusually good.
All right, so we're going to go around the room here, and we're going to start out with you, Roy. Give us who is it that you want to meet by vocation?
Well, by vocation. Well,
no, vocation.
Vocation, yeah. Well, one group that Betty and I are working on right now is dentists. we want to be able to provide services for dentists anywhere in the country. So that's our big focus at the moment. But lead generation is also very good for people who are already buying a lot of leads, and those could be law firms, those could be accountants, those could be real estate companies, because we can provide leads that are much less expensive and a much higher quality. So I guess dentists would be number one. I would say probably real estate companies would be number two, lawyers and accountants 3 and 4. So any of those would be wonderful. And actually, we're providing leads for digital marketing companies too, because then they have clients and they need a better way of being able to generate leads for their clients. So that would be my 5th one, I guess.
Love it. Love it. Good stuff. All right, put some of that contact information, or put some of that information into in the chat, if you will. That'll help, because we distribute that to everybody that attends the meeting.
Okay, great.
So yeah, people, make sure you put your contact information in there so that people can communicate with you. Okay, so phone number, city, state. You know, if you want to put a zip code in there, that's fine. But give us a little bit about who you are and what you do as well. And that'll make a huge difference. And I assume you're here because you want to grow your business. Okay, Betty, you're next up.
Okay, thanks, Bob. And yes, I do work with Roy on different projects, particularly building content for people for their email streams or their blogs or website copy, their articles, whatever it may be. I also do work with Linda in writing for her business. And so who I'm looking for are people who have a need to get their message out there, whether they need an author coach, a ghostwriter, a content writer, or just to figure out what it is that they want their messaging to do. That's what I do. The ideal people for me to meet are those who have lots of knowledge and want it to get out to the world. Right now, I'm working with a brilliant educator. I'm putting together her book, business coaches, anybody like that for business writing, but also for anyone who has a personal narrative that's powerful and wants to get that together. I'm working with Tracy, who's not here right now, on that. And her book's got a lot of power in it. So if you know, anybody who like that, that's who I want to meet.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And you kind of help by rounding out who you want to meet, you know, by vocation. If location makes a difference, please include that in your discussion this morning. Okay, so Dr. Michael Glock, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I have a PhD, and a couple of years ago, I co-founded a company. It's the largest platform delivering hypnotherapy and coaching across America and also now Canada. I'm 67 years old, and the reason why I'm in this group is because Bob invited me. He found me on LinkedIn. I came here and you know, not sure really what this group's about, but I thought it would give me an opportunity to just speak, and I'm realizing that I've had an amazing life, and we have worked with over 8,000 clients in the last 18 months alone, and we've delivered this incredible opportunity for people to change and transform. And given the group that is here right now, what I'd like to do is offer you all, and I'll put it into the chat as Bob's suggesting, but I'll give you a key word, and I offer you all a free 50-minute session of hypnotherapy and coaching with a specific emphasis on creativity and imagination. And I truly believe that if we become more creative and more imaginative, everything's going to unfold from that.
I love it.
So, basically that's it.
Well,
I'm here for you.
I'll jump
Dr.
in.
Block, I have a quick question. Is that for what you're doing, are you in person or having the hypnotherapy, is Zoom or this type of interaction just as effective as if you're in person?
Great question. Okay, so my wife and I are the co-founders of the company. It's called joymind.com. It's 100% virtual. We had 2 thriving offices in Los Angeles prior to COVID. We'd run it for 10 years. We've been on TV, endorsed by some of the greatest minds. I've spoken at some of the best universities all over the world. And when COVID hit, we went 100% virtual like that from one day to the next. And we have blossomed and bloomed. Remember, the first thing a hypnotherapist is going to ask you to do is please gently close your eyelids. Everything happens in the mind. There is no reason to find where the hypnotherapist's office is, battle road rage on the way there. At the end of the session, you snap out of it. You've got to remember where you parked the car. It's all gone. If you can do it from the comfort of your own home, you are immersed deeply into a fantasy landscape in which I'm talking directly to your unconscious, leaving your logical, rational mind behind.
I love it. I love it. Let me, and I'm going to jump in here because I started doing I went to a psychologist in like 1977. I had just gotten divorced, was very depressed and all that stuff. And it turns out that the psychologist used hypnotherapy as one of his cures, one of his solutions to the problem. In that group, we started a hypnotherapy group. There were 5 people. A mother and a daughter both had cancer. They arrested their cancer with hypnotherapy, no chemo. Okay. Me personally, I wouldn't have done it. I would have done the chemo anyway. Second person was a very, very large guy, very muscular guy, 230 pounds plus, but he was afraid of his own shadow. And if you raised your voice to him, he would cower like a baby. So he joined the group. Then there was another woman that was a very, very pretty woman, from what I recall. And she was afraid of going to the dentist. So she had her fillings done using hypnotherapy to get there. So if you have not tried hypnotherapy, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend it. 2008, it saved my life. I had a staph infection. It attacked my L4 and L5, my lower back. I was in pain you wouldn't believe. And next, I was there for 3 days. Doc comes into my room and he says, Bob, I'll be very honest with you. I only give you about a 5% chance of living. So what I did, I was in pain you would never imagine. And the way that I got rid of my pain, hypnotherapy. I took the pain out of my mind. If you people have not tried hypnotherapy, I regard it as a huge mistake. I was only given a 5% chance of living, and I'm here today to talk about it. And the way that I did it, using hypnotherapy, putting pain out of my mind. And it works.
Yeah.
It works.
Thank you, Bob.
So
it really is. I've spent an entire lifetime doing research, and the science is extraordinary. I just returned from the 75th anniversary of the Jung Institute in Zurich, and my work is grounded in depth psychology, the work of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung, and I've married that with positive psychology and indigenous cultures and shamanism, and I'm sort of going back to the old ways and reconnecting people to their fundamental truth, their authentic self. I've got the reviews page up, and Alyssa says, I've been loving it. Every session I feel more comfortable, more calm, less anxious. Miriam says, when I first started here, I was lost and broken. Cindy says, I was pretty skeptical about virtual hypnosis, but needed help managing anxiety and ongoing insomnia.
Okay, good stuff. We got to move along. So, Moshe, you want
Yes.
to chime in? Tell us who you are, what you're doing?
Sure. My name is Moshe Math. I'm a partner in a company called Neurotrained Sciences. Our systems look similar to massage chairs at the airport, but we give what they call sonic massage using sound, light, and vibration, taking mind and body through a voyage into relaxation through brainwave entrainment. And going back to what Dr. Glock discussed a moment ago, we actually work with a hypnotherapist, and we chose not to include it in our sound sessions, but there was an option for people if they wanted a personalized version of it. And the reason for is also to allow for possibly for use as part of sports therapy, to use hypnotherapy as part of it in the session subtly to help athletes perform better in addition to what in another modality added to the full process being done subconsciously in 20-minute sessions.
Okay,
So
who do you want
it just brought back memories of 14 years ago listening to you speak,
who do
Dr.
you
Glock.
want to meet by vocation?
First of all, sports athletes for several reasons. First of all, we can help with better performance. We can help with greater recovery. Love to get involved in the spa industry to be used as in conjunction with other amenities that they offer, because it works. It allows the other amenities to be more effective because if the mind and the body are already in a relaxed state, both mentally and physically. So those would be two. If I can get those two. But the other area I'd like to get involved with, to be candid with you, and Dr. Glock may know more about this, we want to get involved with research to show how we've already seen it anecdotally, but to work with kids with ADHD. We've seen how we can help with that and with OCD. We've seen it, but I won't make that claim. But I want to do research so we can prove it and hopefully get involved with education. The other area we've seen is with PTSD.
Got it. Well, you know, I have,
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, you go.
No, Moshe, I was wondering, I'm working with a preschool, owner of a preschool right now. They have, infants, toddlers, and then and young kids. I'm wondering, is your method, is that been applied, or is that something that would be applicable? And ADHD, ADD type behaviors, are kind of their specialty. They deal with kids in that category. Is this something at that age that would be applicable?
What age we took 4 to 5 year olds?
Yes, I would say maybe probably 5, 6 and less.
All right. 3 things worth noting. Number one, it would be applicable. Number two, I don't know if they're too young for it. Number three, which I've been saying, I say this public, everybody. It's not for nefarious reasons, but we're not FDA approved. And that's why we're looking to do the research. So I would actually look at the school as a possible place. If they think the kids, if we could do it that age, I would check with my partner, who coincidentally happens to be in the area, unfortunately due to a funeral, but we would love to do research. I don't want to make a claim, but if they would like to buy a system as part of some kind of research to do, or we could work something out, that might be a discussion to have.
But you'd be open to a referral that way. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh
thinking.
yeah,
just
excuse me. Yes, specialized
Okay.
schools in those areas. Also, youngsters who are learning challenged in various ways, and the reason for it, and I'm just 30 seconds, is because they are more apt to be frustrated than others in advance because it doesn't take as much to set them off. And because of that makes it more difficult for them to learn. Once you lose your temper, for example, it's hard to digest another thought because you've already lost yourself. And if these kids are acting out because something is bothering them, they can't grasp a concept in math or whatever, they need something like this to help bring them back so they can now go back and sit in that class and not be disruptive to others.
Okay,
Got
Phil.
it. Thanks.
I'm sorry. Thank you all for your time.
Phil, tell us about yourself.
Thanks so much. Yeah, Phil Wolfstein. I'm a certified business broker with Zoom Business Brokers, and what I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. Easy to say, very hard to accomplish. It's a lot of moving parts, 7 to 9 month process. But what I want to do is I want to talk about a little bit about Linda Blair Thrive. I'm very excited about this, pulling all the, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, pulling the social media together on a dashboard and being able to try to get a handle on all of that right now is something that that I'm excited about. I'm actually today I'm going to be hopefully finalizing on my website. That's going to be part of that process. And I got to say, onboarding experience so far, excellent. Great team, on time. Plain talk, really good. And Betty, I'm thinking it's premature right now, but I mean, I'm starting to see a team forming here, where I mean, once I get that set up to maintain it and then develop that, I'm sure we'll be talking. I may, we'll see how we can put that together, but really excited about getting the message out there, getting my brand out in front of a lot more people in a consistent message. But that's what I do. Thanks.
You got it. Good stuff. Good stuff. And you've been a client for what, 5 years? Something
Yeah,
like
like
that?
I like to say, I had different hair color when I started with you, Bob.
That's good. All right. Who's next on the list?
Wait, did Bob cause the change in hair color?
Debatable, huh? Debatable.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Jim Better, you're up now.
We've
Okay.
got a hand been raised for a while.
Yeah, I have to leave in 5 minutes, so if I can be getting in some.
Yeah, do something since you got to leave early. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I'm the lead. I'm a professional finance and accounting, recently as interim CFO. And the last 5 years, helping companies with some change management. It comes including finance operation, ERP implementation, post acquisition migration, SEC filing, IPO, FP&A. Recently, I joined Blackmore Connect, helping executives to get into the PE world and change to a mindset of investors or partnering with private equity firms. And I'm looking for businesses that are looking to sell, or owners that want to find partnership or get out of the operation and just liquidate their business. So I can help them out.
Delete, where are you out of?
I'm in Agro Hills, California. It's Los Angeles area.
Bill, does it make sense for the two of you to talk?
Maybe.
Sure.
Bill,
Happy to.
Yes,
Okay.
happy to.
Yeah, make sure you put your contact information into the chat.
I put it earlier, so you can scroll up
Okay.
and see me.
Okay.
I don't know about Phil. I think I found him on LinkedIn. I was about to invite him on LinkedIn.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Jim Better. Talk to
Okay,
us.
my turn now.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to jump ahead? Okay, my name is Jim Better. I have a company called Essential Plans of Insurance. We've been building people's personal safety nets for several decades, going back to when Ronald Reagan was president. Maybe 25 years ago, my mother, who had saved money that she inherited from her grandmother and promised to pass on to me, my brother, and my sister, and she came down with cancer. And she was in care for almost 3.5 years and burned through several $100,000. And I said, do people know about this black hole that's out there? So at that point, and when I moved to California, it was easy to change brands and put myself out there as a long-term care specialist. So what we do now is we build affordable long-term care plans for people who want to prepare for the healthcare challenges that come with aging. If you expect to be happy, healthy, and dead on the same day, I don't have anything for you. But if you expect to grow into a life expectancy, there's a reality is that there's going to be things that you have to deal with during that period of life that you've never had to deal with before. You can, all the money that you save for specific purposes may or may not go into home care or assisted living or nursing home care. And probably most importantly, what I hear from my clients is they don't want to be a burden to their children. They want to be able to hire professionals to pay for the care that ultimately that they're going to need. The people, my best referral sources are attorneys, obviously, or any adult children of an aging parent who've had to put their parents into care and realize what it costs and want to do something about it so they don't become a burden to their own children.
Okay.
And this is my first try at this Friday morning gig. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a great group. It's been together for 5 years. We standardly have 30 people or so show up at the meeting. Today we're at 33, so good stuff. All right, who's next? Phil, did you actually present?
Yes, I mean, I already spoke, yes.
So then the next on my list is Betty Withrow.
No, I was already here, but my associate Linda is saying she has to leave, so
Okay, jump in.
Okay. Okay. I'm Linda Wimple. I'm in St. George, Utah, and I help content creators, or I offer content creators and aspiring influencers to achieve engaging and consistent a presence on YouTube, because they are sick and tired of watching their video content slide down the YouTube feed and become irrelevant to the search. So we make it possible for their video to stick on the first page of YouTube. The bottom line is that we make it easy to attain consistent visibility while saving time and money, guaranteed. And it's been a pleasure being here.
Glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
I always say people watch today, they don't read. Glad you're here. Okay. Dr. Jim Better went. All right, who's next on the list? You tell me. Adrian,
Okay.
you want to go?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Adrian. I'm also a business broker. I'm located in the Ventura County area, and I help small to mid-sized business owners that want to exit their business, either to retire or to pursue another endeavor. So my, I guess, my clients are any business owner that wants to, move on to something else and get out of the business. So that's kind of who I'm looking for. Usually I'm open to any market. I don't discriminate. And yeah, pretty much it.
Okay, glad you're here.
Thank you.
Corey. Corey Northington.
I'm here.
There you go.
All right. Well, good morning and happy Friday to everybody. My name is Corey Northington. I'm based here in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm an independent associate of Legal Shield. And some of my power partners are insurance agents and brokers. Like also a couple of business brokers too would be pretty cool. And also like financial planners and like notaries and real estate agents and brokers and also investors. So if y'all know anyone in those fields, be glad to network and see how we can work at each other's business ventures and stuff. And just left my information in the chat. Glad to be in a part of the Mycity team and just continue success to everybody. So I just wanted to turn it back over to Bob so we can continue this awesome meeting.
So yeah, and if people haven't tried Legal Shield, give Corey a call because it's a phenomenal program. I used Legal Shield for many years when I had a lot of people working for me, and it made a big difference. Okay, let's see, Linda Blair.
Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting from Orange County, California. I specialize in internet marketing and an all-in-one AI CRM software platform called Thrive Business Center. So this technology takes multiple platforms and integrates them into one easy-to-use dashboard, including 24/7 hands-on live support. It's the Nordstrom's white glove treatment. It's like having a virtual assistant. So if you don't know what a CRM is, it's a system like a digital hub for managing all your customer interactions. So when you get referrals from Mycity or leads off, maybe Roy's helping you get leads off the internet, all your database is in one thing, and then it starts sending out text and email marketing campaigns. So if you're not communicating ongoing with your customers, you're not staying top of mind. You're going to lose money and you won't grow. Through the implementation of a software tool, you can focus on keeping these people and service them a second, a third, and a fourth time. Okay. Essentially, it's a tool that helps you organize and track and nurture your relationships. We also do social media. We also do websites. We do your Google profile, get you listed on 70 different citation sites. So it's an all-in-one platform and helps get reviews too out there. Who I'm looking for are business owners who have a large database and haven't organized it, and they need help with that, or need help with their social media.
There you go. Good stuff. All right, thank you. Very important. Do you manage LinkedIn accounts?
No, we don't. So it's not, we don't manage them. We put together, like, so if you're making a post on LinkedIn, then you have to log off and go to Twitter and write a post. Then you have to log off, go to Instagram and write a post. So what we do is we integrate all your social media platforms. There's probably 15 different ones out there. TikTok, Facebook business page, a Facebook group page, your LinkedIn business page, your LinkedIn personal page. So all of those platforms are all in one. So you, on your dashboard, you have a calendar that pops up. When you want to write a post, you write that post. AI can write it as well in different versions, and then it pushes that out to all the platforms at once. So it saves you 5 to 6 hours a week on that. But then we do have a tier where we will write your posts for you if you want us to.
Very good.
So, yeah.
We need to have another conversation because I manage LinkedIn accounts. We grow it. We work with the profile. We do all that stuff that needs to be done. So
yeah,
how we should work together.
Yeah, love to.
Here you go. All right, Burke Franklin, you're next.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Burke Franklin, businesspowertools.com. I've been working with a couple of clients on raising capital. That's really what seems to be my sweet spot. Our business plan is my flagship product called Biz Plan Builder. One of these things, these investors, all the investors are asking is, basically, the question is, how did you get into this business? What's your credibility? What's your motivation? What's a nice person like you doing in a business like this? And it's an interesting question because it really tells them, are you really going to stick with it when it gets tough? Are you really someone I can invest in? Investors write you the check. They don't invest in your business. They invest in you. And you're the person who makes decisions. And so you've got to put together a plan that really shows your work. It's not something you can BS your way through like you did back in school, because investors did that too, and they can see through it. And AI is just BS on steroids. And so when you see these AI-driven business plans, it's just the investors go, okay, and then they start asking questions, asking, well, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? And the person has no idea. And so then they put their checkbooks back in their pocket. Anyway, my template, Biz Plan Builder, some of you are familiar with. includes financial models that's actually believable and logical and walk anybody through it. Even a right brain person can make this translation to a left brain investor, which is a key ingredient. Plus, there's a pitch deck that walks you through how to really do a good, quick, clean pitch and tells your story. So BizPlan Builder, businesspowertools.com. Give me a holler. I'll give you a demo of the whole thing. And I've got a whole bunch of other tools as well on this platform. Thanks.
Beautiful. Okay, Daryl Seeger, you want to tell us about yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Daryl. I'm originally from the UK, but live over in Estonia. I'm an executive coach, and I work with leaders to help them build their communication, relationship, and leadership skills. So yeah, anybody who's in a leadership role, who's struggling to either build a team culture, or they're struggling dealing with conflict or facing burnout, then these are the type of individuals who I would like to support so they live happier, healthier, professional and personal lives.
Have you been able to meet with any of the people in this group?
I have met with the lovely Roy today. I met with the lovely Joe as well. And of course, Mr. Phil Wolfstein. These have all been victims of my my time together. Yeah.
No, great
Not
discussion.
a victim at all. It was great.
Okay, who's up next? Got Corey. Edward Cincinnato. Tell us about yourself.
Welcome from Baltimore, Maryland, Charm City. Ed Cincinnato with Edward Cincinnato Associates Dream Vacations. I have 15 associates across the country who assist me. And there's probably one close to your area too. A couple of misconceptions about travel agencies and travel advisors. One, misconception is that we're expensive. Well, most of us don't charge anything. The only thing you pay is the actual trip cost itself. Our services are actually free. Also, we have connections that you don't have, whether it's a cruise line, a hotel brand, or a destination. We have the expertise that comes with planning travel for years and years and years and years and years and years. I've got 35 years in it, so I've got, books of experience. We've also got connections that go beyond knowledge and translate into perks for our client, whether it's a free room upgrade, or a welcome gift on check-in. We can make a trip feel even more special. And we can also help with those special moments like destination weddings, surprise proposals, and many, many more. Would love to do a one-on-one with each of you separately.
Okay, thank you so much. Eileen, you want to go?
Good morning. My name is Eileen Dawson, and it's finally cooling off up here in New England. It's only 70 degrees today. I'm very excited. I finally can go for a nice walk. So I'm a Ramsey money coach. I work with individuals and couples, teaching personal finance and helping them navigate through credit card, student loan, vehicle loan type debts. And I also do work with high schools, colleges, and small businesses to teach personal finance. I actually just connected with someone this week who is a scholarship expert. Now that's certainly its own animal, to really be able to navigate all that and find things. So I was excited to be able to, partner up with her to be able to try to, bring even more fullness, especially before these kids take out these enormous student loans. I had great conversations with Russell Lookadoo and Cheryl McBride. And as far as best referrals for me, it would be like a financial advisor or a loan officer, CPA, or a lawyer, somebody who deals with people's money. Because, your brother-in-law doesn't want to talk about, the vehicle that he bought for $50,000 and he can't afford. But when you go to buy a mortgage or you go to invest for your retirement, they're looking at all your money. So, and another thing that recently has kind of peaked its head is the opportunity to be able to work with divorcee people that are going through divorce, because oftentimes that's pretty financially turbulent. And so that group is also great. It's usually women that haven't really been involved in the finances. And then all of a sudden, through a divorce, they kind of are caught in a tough place. So that's a good group. for me,
Eileen,
too.
there's,
So
I
thanks,
want to
thanks for
mention, I
having
don't know
me.
if you're familiar with the Divorce Transition Professional Organization,
No.
DTP. Maybe you got contact me, I'll let you know. Neil Palash, they formed it. They've got a lot of chat. They're very, very active, very high level group of professionals focused on divorce and divorce services, all aspects of it. So I'm happy to
That's
introduce you
great.
to
Yeah.
them.
Great
Yeah,
guy.
absolutely.
Great
I would
guy.
love that.
May I also suggest you reach out to matrimonial attorneys and
Matrimonial
mediators,
attorney.
because they will be the ones that could take advantage and offer your services as part of their overall services to their clients.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's only so much they can do, navigating stuff. They
It's not only
can't
that,
necessarily.
it's going to cost the person a whole lot less to use your services than it will
Well,
pay
that's true.
$500 an hour for legal services as it relates to that.
That's true. Good point. Yeah.
That's why divorces are so expensive, is because it costs, if they went to a psychologist instead of the lawyer for some of these issues, it would save about $300 an hour.
Yeah, and sometimes the lawyers can't help
No,
them.
no. Well, they're
So I
just
ran
they're
into
just there
somebody
listening, much
yesterday.
like the bartender.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, moving along.
Divorces are expensive because they're worth it.
I didn't say they're overpriced. I just, if they're just sitting and listening for something that's out of the range.
Okay, I'll make this quick little story. My current wife, we were at a comedy club with my ex-wife and her fiance, sitting at a dinner table eating, and it was a comedian that was speaking. So funny, my ex-wife inhaled a potato, lodged it in her throat, and so I got up to give her the Heimlich maneuver, and it didn't work. So my ex-wife, I said, Karen, get over here. She's choking to death. This is my ex-wife that I was talking about, right? So my wife gets up, gives her a thrust on the chest, and the potato shot out of her mouth, went flying across the stage. And I always said it was written in the choir, wife saves ex-wife's life in case she wanted to get the husband back. Now they call each other sis, like sisters.
You're outnumbered.
Okay.
Great. I love it.
Oh my God. Okay, so Eric Dickens, you're up next.
Morning, one and all. Good to see some old faces, and I see a lot of new ones here on the Zoom. My name is Eric. They call me the solar guy. I'm a renewable energy advisor. Do a whole lot more than just put some panels on folks' homes and businesses. But what I actually call myself lately is kind of like a financial planner or retirement planner, because what I do is very similar without the credentials. Help folks with some great tax benefits we all are wanting, if we can get money back from the IRS, Uncle Sam, not just for solar, but also for roof air conditioning, things people are doing need to do right now. They're paying a lot of money for these services and products, and I can get folks up 30% off of those as well, included with the renewable energy, because it's all tied in together. Another kind of connection related to what financial planners or retirement planners I know my guys help me with is increasing my home value, because that's what solar does. It increases my assets and keeps my costs down. Why? Because solar is zero out of pocket. It's one of the best investments. I have no idea what that calculates out, because I didn't spend a dime 9 years ago to switch and save and can't see it, but right above me, about 26 panels. So it's a great investment. And another thing kind of relates to inflation proof, because again, that's what my guys trying to help me out, get some things going to help me to increase my assets without, that I can lock in. And solar is one of those things. We talk about eggs, we talk about our milk, we talk about our gas, a lot of things on the news 24/7 that's going up. We can't not control. We can with our electricity, and it's all zero. That's donuts, zero out of pocket to get set up and installed, the permits, inspections, the material, the labor, everything. Not $1 that you have to pay to take advantage of the sun. And one last thing, excuse me, we like to pay off stuff like our cars and our home, our these big assets. You cannot do that with your electricity, but you can with your solar and not have a bill anymore. One of my programs, one of the couple utilities actually, the credits you get back from the solar, they actually pay for the water bill as well because it's all the same. The utility covers all of that. So it's a lot of great benefits that folks are needing. They're trying to take it, they don't know, not aware how they can basically take advantage of the not just saving money, but most people think of solar that way, but it's a whole lot more I can't talk about right here in a 30-second commercial. But most important, yeah, it saves folks without having to save money, without having to spend any money to take advantage and help save the planet. And most people really aren't concerned about that, but it's a big deal. Perfect referral. There's a lot of folks, pretty much any home or business that you know, that's a lot of folks that could take advantage of the sun, and it's zero out of pocket. More specifically, right now I'm helping the home services folks, kind of related to, gosh, anything that anyone comes to a home, is real estate professionals, you got pool guys, you got air conditioning, you have a lot of folks. If you have a monthly bill that you're charging your clients right now, I have a program where I can pay that service 6 months to 6 to 12 months coming out of my solar program. So that helps you maybe keep a client, get more business and more referrals, or less retention, because they're not having to pay the bill that you're charging them every month. If you don't have that kind of service, that's $1,000 referral fee to help let the folks know the sun is cheaper than whatever utility bill that they're paying right now. Appreciate your time. And my little tagline, I say, I'm in here in Southern California and LA area, if you folks know Edison. So I call myself or I say, I'm the perfect medicine for Edison, but with any utility company you're paying, yeah, I can help out. Thank you.
You work out of state?
Yes, I do work out of state. One of the companies that go about 30 states, 30 plus states. So I work remote on Zoom because I have to, because I can't drive to Kentucky or fly to Kentucky for a one-on-one, but this works what I'm doing here just as well.
I think you should meet with Joey Batista. He's out of Arizona. In fact, Joey, let's see who's next.
A little bit of work done.
Go for it, man.
Perfect. How are you all doing today? See some familiar faces and some new. So nice to meet you all if I haven't. My name is Joey Batista. I am a realtor out here in the Phoenix Valley area, servicing Phoenix, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, and more. Pretty much name a place in the valley, I have it covered, whether that's buying, selling, investing, or relocating in real estate. Let's see, a little back history on me is I'm originally from the suburbs of Philadelphia. I came here to Arizona about 7 years ago. In that time, I graduated Arizona State, had a dropshipping website which sold about every household baby toy you can imagine. Been there, sold that. Had a little watch selling website for about a year, which I just put to sleep. And now I'm just fully focused on real estate and making nice connections with people just like you guys.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Who's next? Jacob Bassett. Have you gone?
I have not. How's it going, everybody? I'm located in Illinois, about an hour, 2 hours outside of downtown Chicago. We have terrible weather today, a bunch of rain. But I'm a loan consultant. We uniquely use our relations with major banks and credit unions to provide funding programs for not only business owners, but investors and individuals alike. We kind of uniquely use personal term loans as well as business credit cards for any cash needs, immediate cash needs, because personal term loans can also be used by a brand new startup company who may not have the credentials for more of the traditional business types of programs. That way they can get up and running with, and bringing in some revenue, and they can utilize the credit card programs as well as startups to start growing and establishing their business credit history. That way, future-wise, they can kind of buckle down utilizing both when and where needed, their business credit and strength of their business, along with their personal credit and strength of their personal credentials. I'm, looking to connect with really anybody who provides similar services to business owners or working with investors. I know investors a lot need working capital for their fix and flips, especially if they are obtaining those mortgages underneath their EIN. Then they obtain a lot of debt under the EIN, and it makes it difficult to get more funding if they need to fix up the property to then sell. I look forward to connecting with more of you, and happy to see, I believe, everybody who's still currently here. Most of the faces I've seen before. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday to you too. Joseph Duncan, you want to go?
Happy to. I am, as they said, Joseph Duncan. We're out of El Segundo, California, but we can work with pretty much any business owner anywhere. We are coaches to entrepreneurs. We help with strategy, access to capital, getting positioned to compete for government contracts, and a whole roster of things that a small business would need. The ideal referral for us would be just that, a business owner who's looking to grow or scale their business, or someone who may be contemplating starting either a business or an additional business. We help people get started all the time. Had the pleasure of meeting several people in the group one-on-one and look forward to doing that more. Have made one referral so far and will certainly be positioned to make others as I learn about what the rest of you do. I'm glad to be here. I don't know if we're having this next week. If we do, I will.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. You know, I'll have the meeting. We'll see what kind of attendance, and if it doesn't turn out to be very good, we'll just shut it off early. Okay.
Very good. But Joseph, I want to thank you very much for the referral. So looking
You're
forward to
welcome.
working with you on that. Thank you
All
so,
right.
so much.
Sounds good.
Okay, Cheryl McBride, you're up.
Hey, I'm coming from Mesa, Arizona. We insure our houses and our cars. Have you insured the greatest asset you have, which is you? Do you have enough insurance? Do you have too much? Do you know? We helped a family just in time. But Daddy passed days after we put this plan in place, and his family was okay. We only have today. Are you prepared? Book a time with me to talk about what you want your financials to look like when you walk off the planet. I have actually had people refer me that were going through that divorce process. So we educate those women and those struggling with abusive situations to help them get out of it. And we also work with small businesses, make sure that they have everything in place. Thanks.
Thank you. So is everybody gone? Everybody presented themselves? Kind of sounds like it has. Anything of general discussion? Oh, maybe I'll tell you guys about me. No, you already know. Anything that you find that you would like to see in this meeting? Anything different? Nothing.
To have something where somebody gave like a 10-minute presentation on something. It wasn't just introducing everybody over and over and over again. I mean, we can look around and pretty much know what everybody does. But what about some kind of like 10-minute expertise presentation? You know, some travel tips from Ed, you know, something more about solar from Eric. We haven't seen
Totally
Eric in a
agree.
while. Good seeing you, man.
Normally we do.
You know, so
Yeah, I was gonna say you're clairvoyant. They actually spoke.
I was supposed to present today, but it seems to be a little late.
Yeah, we'll put you over for next week.
Well, and I think
Next
we
week's
had a
July
bit of a
5th.
I have a
presentation from
great
Dr.
presentation.
I think we had a bit of a
I can
presentation from
vouch for
Dr.
his
Glock
presentation.
today, so that was which was wonderful. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so looks like everybody's gone. You know what? Mr. Cincinnato, let's hold you over for next week. How does that sound? Because we only got
Okay.
2 minutes left. And I apologize about that. I forgot that you were presenting today. My mistake. All right. So anybody have any pearls of wisdom they want to share? How do you like this group?
Bob, can I make a suggestion? Seriously.
Sure.
Besides this, and again, you're clairvoyant because I was supposed to speak today, but the other suggestion might be setting aside up to 5 minutes per meeting so that people can just stop and reach out to someone they're in the group with to try to set up a one-on-one independently of the meeting of the meeting. It takes the meeting on Fridays.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave this meeting open. And if there are people in there that you want to still reach out to, because you know a lot of us are paying attention to the people. Anybody that you would like to specifically meet with?
It's not to meet with them. It's just time to go and chat to direct Jackson.
Yeah, have you ever thought of doing it like in breakout rooms?
Yeah, we do, but getting to know people is really a very, very big piece. We could set up a breakout room. You know, somebody want to recommend that to Scott Harrell? I'll mention it.
That's fine. I wasn't referring to one-on-one here. I was referring to giving people enough time to reach out to others here through chat message to try to set up a one-on-one. In essence, if I want to meet you, yeah, that's what I'm referring to. I mean, I'll use an example. If I want to reach out to you and say, hey, Bob, you know, having a couple of minutes, say, hey, Bob, let's set up a one-on-one sometime. Are you interested? And if you say yes, then, you know, I have your information in chat, so I know I can reach out to you that way, as an example.
Yeah. No, everybody should be putting their information in the chat room. If you haven't, that's a big mistake. This is a group that meets and refers. So I'll ask another question before we get off, because we only got 1 minute left. Any referrals last week?
Yeah, I referred Betty somebody.
Great.
I referred someone to Phil.
Yeah, no, we had making a lot of referrals. I'm not sure where that. We'll have to maybe next week we'll have to talk about that form, that referral form that you had. I'm not sure where we're at in terms of bringing that online and using it, but I think everybody's making referrals. This group is fabulous.
Okay, Mahedi, can you make sure that we get that referral form out to everybody again?
Yeah.
That'd be helpful. All right.
Have a great 4th of July, everyone. Wonderful meeting.
Hour. I'll throw the meeting on the 1st. We'll see if anybody shows up, and if there's no attendance or small attendance, we'll just postpone it till the following week.
But you're referring to you're referring to the 5th, right, Bob?
Yes.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Nice to meet a lot of you.